Hi everyone, I'm Aria. Hope you're all well. Hope you're having a good day. So today I am building an outdoor restaurant and bar. It's on a 20 by 15 lot in Willow Creek. So I was challenged by a Facebook group that I am in to create a restaurant or a bar where the seating had to be outside. So this is what I came up with. I'm really proud of this. It surprisingly only took me about 2 hours to build the whole thing, which is a lot less time than I usually take. I usually spend anywhere between 3 and 8 hours on a build, but this one was really quick, and I'm really proud of it. So the building off to the right, as you can see here, is going to be the kitchen, and the place where the bar is. In between that, there's going to be a bathroom. So I changed this to this bar here. I do change the color to a darker wood, and I think it looks really nice. I've fully play tested this, so everything works. So I'd just like to say thank you to everyone who's been watching my videos and has subscribed and supported me lately. It really means a lot to me. The reason why I started this channel was more to get my confidence levels up with speaking. I'm not very good with talking to people in general, really. So this, I think, has really helped me. And the fact that people want to watch them is a bonus to me. So this archway that came with Strangerville, I think, I didn't realize that when you size it down they couldn't walk underneath it. So I do eventually open up the side off to the right here, just in 2 separate places between where I put the tables, so they can get into the garden area, but not through the front. So that's purely a decorative piece. But I think it looks really nice, and yeah, like I said, you can still access all of the areas in this build. When I built this, I put this up on the gallery last week, I think, and it's got 150 downloads on it already, which I think is just crazy. I didn't imagine that there would be that many people that would be interested in anything that I've built. So yeah, I really appreciate it. This is actually the first community lot I think I've ever built. So yeah, I'm really proud of it. So I ended up taking a really long time on the roofing. So I did have to cut some of that out. The same with this wall paint. I really couldn't decide what I wanted. And when I found the wooden panels from, I think it's the Eco expansion, I really loved the wooden sliding for that one, so I had to use that on the inside. And then I end up going with a different color of this stone on the exterior. This one, I think it looks really nice. It gives it kind of a gardeny feel without it looking too like it still looks like a posh kind of restaurant. I think. I couldn't decide on this flooring either. I know I wanted it to be stone, but I didn't really know what color I wanted, but I ended up going with this one and then just changing the stairs to match, and I think it looks really nice. I don't really go that heavy on the landscaping on this one. I mean, it is a really small lot, so I guess you could say that I do, because there is landscaping all around the building, but for me, compared to what I have done in the past and what I like to do, yeah, there's not very much. So this sign for the toilet, the same with the doors, it really bothered me. I just wanted, just a sign to say that there was a toilet. I didn't want there to be like a a man and a woman like symbol or figure. I just wanted, just this is where the toilets are, because there's just one toilet, like 2 toilets, but they're in cubicles. It's not separated between genders or anything. It's it's genderless bathroom, and I didn't want to have the symbols on the outside. I just wanted it to have, you know, it's just a toilet. It's just a bathroom. So yeah, I spent ages kind of, I couldn't decide what I wanted to do about it, and in the end I figured, you know, it's Sims. It's fine. I don't know. It just bothered me. So I end up going with menus pretty much everywhere. I think they're really nice that you have loads of different swatches, and they're not just different colors, they're different different designs on the boards, and I really enjoy that. So once we get into the kitchen in a second, this is probably one of my most favorite kitchens that I've ever done. So this light, I really wanted to use that light, but it was so long that nobody would have been able to stand behind the bar. Anyway, back to the kitchen. Yeah, I just really like the kind of, I don't know whether it's an industrial feel to the kitchen, but I used to work in a cafe, and this was what our kitchen looked like. And it was just so easy to clean, so practical, and I like those things in a kitchen. I enjoy those things. So I do kind of go quite heavy on the decorating in here. I put the pantry shelving unit off by the door to the left, and then there is this unit in the middle. So I don't think they use it for the restaurant, but it is free if anybody does need to use it. But the other two units are very, very cluttered. I end up going with I think they're glasses from vampires. I've noticed before that quite a few things spoil and those don't. I'm hoping. So we'll see. We'll see. When I play tested it, they didn't spoil, so hopefully they don't. So yeah, I go with these. I don't put this knife in eventually. I kind of wanted it to look like they were in the middle of preparing food, but I end up just getting rid of it because I didn't have enough counter space. So these are the glasses I mentioned before. I also put some on the bar. So the kitchen that I used to work in, we had lots of different coloured like chopping boards for all the different things, so that's why I chose 2 different boards. And I put all of these different certificates and things because I thought maybe this restaurant has won some awards, and you know, maybe like the health and safety certificates, things like that. So I end up putting all of that electrical things round the side, and I thought this cork board here could be like a staff notice board. And then I just add a couple extra things, and I think this is actually the first build I used that shelf, the red shelf, so it's a lot more handy than I originally thought it was going to be. So yeah, I'm really glad that I downloaded it. I don't tend to use CC in my game because back in the Sims 3, early Sims 3 days, I went very CC heavy and completely destroyed my PC. It was like blue screen, didn't want to do anything. Yeah, it wasn't good. So this time around I kind of have been a bit more cautious, I suppose. I know it's completely safe if you know, make sure that you're downloading from safe websites and things, but I don't know, I just worry. So I put a couple things on the opening. I don't know whether it's like a bar, I don't know what you call it. Anyway, now we're on to the tables. So I couldn't decide what tables to use, but I end up going with the ones from Dine Out because I like the colour of them. I thought they matched nicely, and then I end up just going with lots of different coloured chairs just because I thought they looked nice. And I just thought they gave it something a little bit extra. And then I go into the menu for the restaurant category and put in these waiter and host stations. So yeah, I do move that just slightly once I realize that you can't get underneath that archway. So you'll see in the screenshots at the end that it does work. They can still get to it, so that's great. And I put a couple of those wall speakers in the outside and the bathroom. And then we're on to the landscaping. So yeah, like I said, it's probably pretty heavy by some people's standards, but by mine it's quite light. But yeah, I really enjoy landscaping, if you haven't noticed by now. I've been putting these debug grass items and the stones in pretty much every single one of my builds at the moment. I think they make the landscaping look a little bit more natural. So now we're putting some more debug items. So these are juice bottles, I believe. And I thought they looked really nice. They just kind of gave it that kind of more of a I don't know. I just thought they looked nice. They make it look like an actual restaurant. Any restaurant that I've been to in the past has always had like either a bottle of water or something on the table. So that's kind of what I wanted this place to be like. So I had some of these cameras in. Again, most places, I think they have cameras. Any place I've been to has had cameras. So now we're just trying to find some electrical things for the wall here. I do end up putting it around the side and putting a menu board here, I think. But you know, I thought this is it's kind of a normal thing to have all these electrical boxes on the outside of a kitchen. You don't usually have them inside. So yeah, and these are the drain pipes. And I don't know, I think they make it look more normal, not so game-like. I mean, I'd much prefer this game being more game-like than real, but it definitely adds some nice extra details to it. So I add some vents to the top and go back in and add some extra bits to the roofing. Like I said, I spent way too long on that roofing. So I finally finished my X Challenge Me Too entry for to Tortina. She tagged me in this last week, I think, and I've finally finished it. So that will be out in a couple of days. I'm really excited about it. I haven't seen it done anywhere before, so I'm really hoping that it's a more of a unique idea. I really enjoyed building it. So now I just have to try and find some items for her to make a build from. So that's gonna be fun. I don't know, maybe I should be a little bit more evil than she was, because she was very kind to me, I think. So thank you for that. So I'm just changing my mind again on all of the item swatches before we go back into the landscaping. I really wanted just something simple, just a bush or a hedge along here, but none of it really looked right, so I ended up just going with flowers. And I really enjoy all of these colours, so and I tried to make them match the surrounding landscaping as much as I could. And yeah, I think it turns out really nicely, so I just kind of continue with the same 3 or 4 different plants all the way around. I don't do too much around the back of the building, but there is still a couple of bits and pieces around there. So here I'm just adding some menus to the tables. I was going to go with the flat ones, but I wasn't really sure whether they'd be able to sit there or not, so I ended up going with the stand-up ones. And then I create this kind of weird shape with these lights. I splint way too long, so here is what it looks like after I fiddled around with it. I do end up adding quite a few more in different directions, whilst trying to not have the sticks right in the walkway and make them match up to the roof. So here's what it looks like once I've finished. It's kind of like a circus tent kind of shape. Yeah, I thought it looked really pretty, really nice. I liked it. And yeah, they can walk around it, which is really great. So then I just add a couple more lights to the outside, and then we are on to terrain painting. So this build is on the gallery. Make sure that you use move objects if you choose to place this build. Yeah, it's on the gallery under Aria-fae. So if you have enjoyed this build, then please give it a thumbs up, let me know what you think, and maybe consider subscribing if you enjoy my content and would like to see more. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone!
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth.